All right, it's time for some SpongeBob SquarePants. Lights, camera, pants. And this time, we're diving into roast battles. I'll be the referee, while Mona, Pomni, Ellie Rose, and Cosmo go head-to-head roasting each other. Let's see who can act, improvise, and roast like a true pro.
Oh, I was born for the stage. Hope the rest of you brought a script, 'cause this diva's ad-libbing flames.
Hey, oh, okay. I didn't exactly sign up for a verbal demolition derby, but sure. Let's emotionally unravel each other for fun.
You three are going down faster than Henry in a jetpack. I came to roast and win, and I already smelled toast.
I don't really want to hurt anyone's feelings, but if you insist, I guess I'll sprout a few burns.
Okay, here we go. Roast battle starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
The Sims 3? Oh, you mean the game where your sim freezes mid-step like it just got hit by a Windows XP update. Pathfinding? Sis, my sim got stuck trying to go around a chair. It's not life simulation. It's Bug Simulation 3.0.
Let's not forget Create a Sim. The customization was deep. Yeah, but I swear, every sim ended up looking like a wet sock with contouring. And don't get me started on those base game clothes. It was giving 2009 mall mannequin on clearance.
You buy one expansion and suddenly your loading screen takes 7 minutes, 42 seconds, and a blood sacrifice to finish. You wanted to run a bakery? Too bad, the oven is now sentient and refuses to cooperate. And the lag? Honey, it's not open world, it's open wait.
And the glitches. My sim gave birth on the front lawn, aged up into a floating torso, then married a ghost who lived in the fridge. That's not storytelling. That's a fever dream coded in Java.
Every sim walks like they've got a pocket full of bees and no health insurance. And don't even talk about the townies. They spawn looking like randomized avatars from a broken Wii game.
You'd think after all those expansions, it'd be perfect. But nah, we got Island Paradise, which ran like it was built on a potato. Even the boats in that game were like, nah, I ain't pathing today.
I love how you try to build a nice house and the walls auto-place like Tetris blocks on cocaine. Roofing in Sims 3? Yeah, if you hate yourself.
And every time you try to have a wedding, someone dies. The cake catches fire, or the groom walks into the ocean. 10 out of 10 realism. Peak simulation.
Let's talk about the NPC logic. A burglar shows up at 3 a.m. and your sim wakes up, gasps dramatically, then goes back to bed. Sis, do you want your TV stolen or nah?
And don't get me started on the career system. My sim was in the medical field, cured 5 patients, and got promoted to organ donor? That's not a promotion, that's a threat.
The horses and pets? Yeah, they were majestic. Until they started spawning in people's kitchens and clipping through refrigerators like they were ghost riders from the upside down.
You want to know what's evil? Babies in The Sims 3, wrapped in those pastel burrito blankets, floating like balloons and crying like broken fax machines. One time mine aged up and stretched into the sky like Slender Man. I screamed.
Let's talk expansion packs. They gave us world adventures where your sim travels to France just to get cursed in a tomb and pee themselves in a tent. I don't need mummies. I already have pathing issues and trauma.
Into the Future was their idea of innovation, but really, it was just the Jetsons on a lag delay. And the Plumbots? They were bargain bin transformers. IYKYK.
Well, I think the time's running out, so it looks like Mona won the roast battle.
Knew it! Still got the mic, the moves, and the retail rage. So, can we move on to the next round already?
All right, no time to waste. Let's move on.
Jelly Jam? Girl, that show looked like it was designed in a Play-Doh factory. Everyone's head was shaped like a rejected Lego piece, and I still don't know if they're aliens, blobs, or gummy vitamins with voices.
They live on a planet powered by music. So what happens if someone hits pause? Y'all telling me society collapses if the aux cord gets unplugged? Imagine losing electricity because someone skipped a jambo bop.
The main boy, Bello, got that "I'm trying too hard to be the cool one" energy. Sir, you're basically a sentient balloon animal with ADHD. Why was every line he said delivered like he just chugged 6 cups of bubble tea?
Don't even get me started on Gumo. He's the type of character that blinks out of sync and thinks rocks are pets. Soft boy energy turned up to 400, and still no thoughts behind those eyes.
Rita, she's giving discount Pinkie Pie with half the processing power. Like she's about to start breakdancing over spilled juice and call it a moral lesson. I don't need a life lesson, Rita. I need a plot.
The king looked like an expired Easter peep with Wi-Fi issues. Bro sat on a throne doing absolutely nothing while the kids fixed every single crisis. Royalty? He was just there for tax write-offs and cupcakes.
Also, the show had, "This was made to distract toddlers while parents cook dinner," written all over it. Every episode, "Don't forget to share," "Be nice," "Clean your slime," like, okay, I get it, PBS. But can we up the stakes a little?
Jelly Jam was like if someone said, "Let's make Teletubbies, but give it Spotify and caffeine." Visually overstimulating, narratively undercooked, and plot twists weaker than a wet tissue.
Let's talk about Dodo. This man was built like a melted ice cream cone with feathers and had the emotional maturity of a sock. Why was he always screaming like someone stepped on his favorite kazoo?
And what was up with the art style? Everything looked like it was rendered in early 2000s macro media flash and then deep fried in a neon filter. It's like they filmed it inside a bouncy castle filled with glow sticks.
The music-powered planet thing was cute at first, but let's be honest. One episode without music and everybody lost their minds. Imagine your economy collapsing because DJ Bello took a nap.
Even the background characters looked confused to be there. Like, I swear I saw one just blink and walk into a wall like, why do I exist? The animators gave them 2 frames of life and a dream.
The episodes had the same structure every single time. Problem, song, awkward dancing, random balloon thing, moral of the day. It's like Dora the Explorer and Yo Gabba Gabba had a chaotic cousin with no chill.
And let's not act like that theme song didn't sound like a bootleg Just Dance warm-up. Jelly Jam, JJ Jelly Jam. That wasn't a theme song. That was cardio with a side of dental pain.
And once again, Mona's come out on top in the roast battle.
2 rounds, 2 wins. Guess I'm not just multitasking, I'm multi-slaying. Should we move on to the final round?
All right, let's move on.
True and the Rainbow Kingdom? Girl, this show feels like someone put cotton candy and Google Translate in a blender. The colors are so bright, I had to adjust my retinas just to survive the intro. I don't know if I'm watching a kid's cartoon or having a lucid dream on a sugar crash.
True out here like, I need to use my wishes wisely. Then spends 1 wish to unstick a jam jar. Sis, if you don't wish for infrastructure, or at least a functioning school system, I'm logging out.
And don't get me started on Bartleby. He's a talking cat with main character syndrome and the personality of a snarky iPad kid. He acts like he's the brains of the group, but couldn't outsmart a wet sock.
The Rainbow Kingdom? More like Rainbow Confusion. Every episode introduces 5 new creatures with names like Flufflebloop and Zeezelbee. And I'm supposed to remember all of them like I'm taking a pop quiz in Wonderland.
The wishing tree is a whole magical being, and yet only hands out 3 wishes per episode? What is this? A fantasy world or a stingy vending machine with attitude?
And True always hits you with that fake, deep life lesson. Sometimes all you need is a friend and a wish. No, girl. What I need is plot development and a budget that doesn't go 90% into color grading.
Why does every episode sound like it was written by a committee of glitter-obsessed Care Bears? Even the tension feels like, oh no, the giggleberries won't bounce. Like I'm supposed to be on the edge of my seat for berry-related peril?
True's got that, I'm always right because I'm the main character energy. If I lived in that kingdom, I'd be rooting for the problem just to see what happens without her.
Let's be honest, every episode is just, something goes wrong. True panics, gets 3 wishes, problem solved in 4 minutes. This ain't storytelling. It's Walmart brand Dora with glitter.
And what's with the wishing tree sounding like it's in a constant yoga trance? Every time it talks, I feel like I'm being lured into a mindfulness podcast hosted by a lava lamp.
The Gummy Gum Twins? Literal blobs who do nothing but bounce and annoy. They look like chewed up starbursts with abandonment issues. Why do they sound like a kazoo in distress?
Every creature in that kingdom got names like Grumble Glorp and Tizzy Fizzle. Like I'm supposed to take this seriously while a cloud named Zizi cries about a muffin storm.
And let's talk about True's voice. So chipper, so positive, so motivational. I'm convinced she runs on toxic optimism and cupcakes. If she says, "I believe in myself," one more time, I'm launching myself into the Snackleberry Swamp.
The stakes in this show are non-existent. Oh no, a rainbow bubble is stuck in a tree. Like, girl, this isn't a crisis. It's a Pinterest inconvenience.
You know it's bad when even the villains are just misunderstood blobs who need a hug and a friendship song. Where's the drama? Where's the conflict? Give me a rainbow civil war or something.
And Bartleby's sass doesn't hit like he thinks it does. He's not a snarky sidekick. He's a walking Tumblr gif with anxiety issues. Every time he talks, it sounds like someone spilled sarcasm on a Beanie Baby.
Honestly, the most evil character in that entire show? The narrator. For acting like every emergency was the equivalent of Avengers Endgame. Sir, the jellyfish are floating away, not a galactic-level threat.
This show is for the type of kid that cries if a sticker peels wrong. It's bright, soft, wholesome, and yet somehow more exhausting than a toddler on espresso.
True might be brave, smart, and caring, but I've seen more character development in a bowl of oatmeal. She's been through 3 seasons and still acts like a substitute kindergarten teacher with main character privilege.
You know what? Forget the wishes. I wish for a spin-off where the wishing tree unionizes, Bartleby gets therapy, and the Rainbow Kingdom gets hit with actual weather.
Y'all remember when True wished for a mop? Girl, you have the power of magical reality bending and you're out here solving spill cleanups. Even Cinderella would have wished for labor rights before grabbing a broom.
And why is every resident in the Rainbow Kingdom built like a bath toy? They all got that I came free with a happy meal aesthetic. One of them literally looks like a sentient sponge with performance anxiety.
Let's not forget, every disaster on this show can be solved with 3 sparkly blobs in a backpack.
All right, time's up. And it looks like Mona finally clinched the win in that last roast battle.
3 for 3, baby. Let's keep it going, but I'll settle for victory this time.
Great job, pal. You roasted us all like a malfunctioning toaster.
I demand a rematch. Next time, we're roasting failed game consoles.
Mona deserves a crown made of microwaves, and maybe glitter.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, I guess that's it for the video. Likes, comments, and subscriptions are always appreciated, and I'll catch you all next time.